cut of the multi-billion-dollar settlement.
27 News First at 11 is next.
Here are your Lotto First numbers for Tuesday. Pick 3, Pick 4, and Cash 5. Watch Lotto First every night at 11 p.m. on 27 News First for the night's hot lottery numbers. You're watching KYT. This is award-winning 27 News First.
It's intriguing to me that in this
a night for Central Kentucky tobacco farmers to be heard about plans for their futures.
Family farm.
Good evening. Central Kentucky families who depend on tobacco take a harsh look at their future tonight.
Many of them are counting on money they'll get from the historic tobacco settlement, just as the need for their cash crop shrinks. The tobacco settlement is about $206 billion. Kentucky's share of the settlement is almost $3.5 billion. And come the year 2001, President Clinton wants the federal government to get a share of the money going to the states, a plan Republicans promised to fight. Hundreds of tobacco growers here in Kentucky shared ideas and concerns about their future tonight. Night Team reporter Andrea Don was there.
Ask Jim Wade how he thinks tobacco settlement monies allocated to farmers should be spent, and he'll quickly come up with an answer.
The money that they're looking at that could be available for farmers ought to go to make up for the deficiency that we're going to suffer this year.
He's talking about 29% quota cuts, the highest since tobacco's been regulated.
It's less money in our pocket. It's a 20% pay cut.
That's why Wade and several hundred other farmers joined Kentucky state legislators at a task force meeting. Its purpose, to let those who depend on tobacco voice how they think they should be compensated.
I felt like there was no one out there any more concerned and had any more ideas than the farmer himself on the grassroots level that we needed their input.
So I think every bit of the money ought to go to the grower.
It's not going to do us any good at all to spend this money on alternative crops, investments, and so forth that so far in this state have failed to yield any significant progress.
During the 1998 session, legislators signed a bill granting them authority over how settlement funds should be.
Who work in the Attorney General's office are going to these meetings and taking notes of farmers' comments. They tell us these opinions will help shape their policies about Phase 2 tobacco settlement monies. Legislators hope to come up with a plan within 90 days and hope farmers will see real dollars by the end of this year.
An unsettling time for tobacco growers here.
It's been one family's Christmas.
Actually, it's two different dates occurred on the 19th of December, then again on the 26th of December. All these burglars had the same MO in that they used a pry bar to get into the rear door.
Once inside a house along Cave Hill in Lexington, the thief stole jewelry and 2 long guns.
A number of similar crimes led investigators to homes in the Herod Hills Palomar area off Lion Drive during the span of just a few days in December.
Police think the suspect's age could help solve the crimes.
Particularly if it's kids doing these things, they talk to somebody, they brag to someone, and we're just hoping maybe one of these kids they brag to would want to come forward with some information on it.
This week, Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 cash reward to the caller who provides information leading to an arrest. Call Crime Stoppers today at 606-253-2020 or star 2020 on your Bell South Mobility cellular phone. It's a free call.
Bluegrass Crime Stoppers pays rewards with donations thanks to businesses like GTE. And you can help by sending donations to 150 East Main Street. That's to Crime Stoppers, Lexington 40507.
Well, how the news is shaping up for Wednesday. We'll take a look straight ahead.
And you won't find Prairie Dog Day on your calendar, but maybe you should.
Backed by popular demand, those Lextran drivers.
Going on a night run. For night work or night fun, you know we'll be coming around. We're gonna roll all over this town. Lextran after dark. We'll be rolling when the sun goes down. Lextran after dark. Daylight to midnight. Lextran after dark.
My very first UK game was SEC tournament in 1942.
Game in. The Wildcats are the champions.
To get the opportunity to see them play was rather awesome.
Here's another exciting first. Be the first fan into the new UK Basketball Museum. Attend the grand opening gala, meet Wildcat legends, and more. Bounce in to win at McDonald's today. The first fan prize package from 59 WBOK, K93, and WKYT TV.
Long before I was equipment manager, I was a fan first.
You could grow old waiting for some banks and mortgage companies to approve your loan application. At American Lending, you can finance or refinance your mortgage, get cash for home improvements, consolidate your debts, or even finance a college education in just a few days. Even if your credit isn't perfect, we'll help you get the best rates and terms in the industry on all kinds of mortgage loans. For a quick and easy, no-obligation loan qualification, give us a call or apply online. American Lending. We make the dream easy.
The statistics are in. Every day, 43 Kentuckians die of cardiovascular disease and stroke. You can assist in the fight against heart disease and stroke, America's leading cause of death and disability, by participating in the 3rd annual American Heart Walk on February 7th inside the Nutter Fieldhouse.
Call the AHA at 278-1632 for details. Sponsored by the Junior League of Lexington, WKYT, HMH Broadcasting, and Pfizer.
Step by step, we can make a difference.
Emma, your biscuits are always so light and flaky. How do you do it? Well, a lot of people ask me that.
White Lily is made from only soft winter wheat. Other flours make globs of gas-imprisoning gluten, imprisoned gases, flat biscuits. But White Lily bakes up light, fluffy. White Lily, the light baking flour.
I better have another one then.
It's the day of the groundhog, but who says they get to have all the fun? Every year down in Fort Worth, Texas, folks turn to a different kind of animal for weather advice, namely the groundhog's western cousin, the prairie dog.
And I am positive they have just as much ability to predict the weather as the northern groundhogs.
This prairie dog didn't have the news people were waiting to hear. Unlike Puxatawny Phil, the Texas prairie dog is predicting 6 more weeks of winter.
I think he's cuter than Puxatawny. What kind of year will 1999 be for your pocketbook? An Economic Roundtable has its predictions for the new year. Tomorrow on News First, find out if the bluegrass will be seeing green. And in tomorrow's Lexington Herald Leader, find out how 11 people were labeled as deceased in the February issue of the UK Faculty Bulletin, even though they were still alive.
Not a good feeling.
No, sir.
We're hoping we see some sunshine tomorrow.
I promise you it shall be there. I'll tell you what. 30 degrees at 7 o'clock, sunny skies at noon, and 48 and 52 by 5 o'clock.
That wraps it up for us tonight.
David Letterman's next. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for making KYT your #1 source for news. 27 News First. Watched by more Kentuckians every day than any other television news. This is CBS. Welcome home.
From New York, shining star of the Caribbean, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Tom Arnold, David Brenner, and from JAG, actress Catherine Bell.